Hey guys, welcome back to General Chats. Today is a special episode day because it's Star Wars Day. Basically, it's Star Wars Day because it's May the 4th be with you. Because of that saying, because it's like saying from the films, May the Force be with you. And I am commemorating Star Wars Day not only by wearing my special t-shirt, I am also commemorating it with this special episode for Star Wars Day. This is the problem with kind of like unscripted episodes. Kind of don't know what to say, then think of something to say, and I just start rambling. So, yeah, basically, just it's Star Wars Day. Technically, it would make more sense for Star Wars Day to be May 25th, because that's the day the original Star Wars film came out in cinemas. So yeah, that would even though this date, May the 4th be with you, kind of like rhymes with the May the Force be with you kind of thing. Just like, kind of like how November 23rd is sort of Doctor Who Day, because that's the anniversary of when Doctor Who started, but I don't know. I don't get the logic either. Hang on. Yeah. I'm just doing math for Star Wars. So on the 25th of May this year, the original Star Wars film, A New Hope, which was retroactively titled A New Hope, it'll be 43 years old. 43 years old. That is old. I mean, like, the original Jaws film, that is 45 years old. Well, this year. It's still 43 years old Star Wars. That is pretty impressive. This is because it is something that has stood the test of time, and they continue to make Star Wars stuff to this day. Like Mandalorian, new films that are in development, Clone Wars, which just ended today, all stuff. But so like, Disney are doing their part to commemorate Star Wars Day, because like, I'm sure you will have seen, hopefully will have seen by now, on Disney Plus they released their special Gallery Mandalorian series. Well, the first episode, with taking a look behind the scenes at the first season of The Mandalorian. So I did watch the first the pilot of that today, so it was actually quite intriguing, because it was basically just the first episode was kind of like a director's roundtable headed by Jon Favreau, even though he did not direct during season 1. But yeah, it had all these directors from season 1 of Mando, and they were just discussing their experience, and the episode kind of like takes like little focuses on each of the directors, and just like, and just kind of like, it's just talking about the director's experiences on Mando season 1. But Mando season 2 will actually be something to look forward to, despite that faux trailer that was like, what, a couple of weeks ago. I don't, like, okay, can someone in the comments please explain to me what 420 is? Like, some sort of like second April Fool's Day? Because like, there was a fake Star Wars trailer. There was a fake trailer for Mando season 2 released. I don't get why. So please, someone explain that to me in the comments below. But yeah, also the Clone Wars animated series ended today. I don't watch the Clone Wars animated series. Although I don't really watch animated properties of franchises I love, like MCU, like Marvel and DC. See, I've never seen any of like the Marvel's animated shows. I don't think. I am gonna watch What If, the animated Disney Plus show, but that's just because it's MCU. I don't watch. The only animated DC show I watch is Harley Quinn. I'm nearly finished season 1 on that because I've been watching that recently. And I know full well I'm supposed to be watching Breaking Bad. Just like I watched like first 3 seasons. I watched like 20 episodes of Breaking Bad. Getting on to season 3, and then just for some reason I've stopped. So I really do need to get back into watching Breaking Bad. I don't watch Clone Wars even mainly because it's like animated and mainly because it's geared for kids, geared towards kids, which is kind of like I don't watch. Do you like the Star Wars films? They're not really geared toward into kids. I mean, they are sort of kid friendly, but they are sort of done in a way that adults can enjoy. Adults can enjoy them as well. But I guess if I actually do start watching Clone Wars, I'll be proved wrong. But kind of like you watch the animated Clone Wars movie, which I have. I have watched the animated Clone Wars movie. It was sort of like a theatrical pilot for the show, and it's just kind of like because that wasn't a good movie. Because it wasn't a good movie. So it was just like, what's the point? But yes, I know I've recently talked about Star Wars on the Doubtfully Optimistic podcast. Like we ranked the film based on personal opinion, and I did actually a couple of days ago. I rewatched Rise of Skywalker, even though it's now been added to Disney Plus today. Yeah, a couple of days ago I did rewatch Rise of Skywalker. Doesn't matter what any of the. I don't understand why the guys at the Doubtfully Optimistic podcast don't like it. It was actually a decent film. Yes, it's got its problems. But it's a good film. Satisfying conclusion to the Skywalker saga. Yes, Last Jedi kind of like made a setback because a lot of fans really did not like Last Jedi. Because like we did in the Doubtfully Optimistic podcast, we did raise the question of why is Last Jedi so bad and then Knives Out is so good. Well, Nathan hypothesized that it's because Rian Johnson was trying to balance out what he wanted in the film along with what fans wanted, as well as with what Disney said that needed to happen in the film. But yeah, Force Awakens was a really good film. I think I rewatched that last week. I haven't rewatched Last Jedi recently. But yeah, Rise of Skywalker is good. It is a good film. It does have its issues, but other than that, it's a good film. Just like what we didn't include in our ranking was kind of like Rogue One and Solo. So I'd like to use this opportunity to address my opinions on Rogue One and Solo. They're both meh films. I didn't really like them. I didn't really like them. I know Sam from the Doubtly Optimistic podcast, he really loves Rogue One. He thinks it's really good. Honestly, I just don't see it. Just like, it's kind of like leftover Star Wars plot. Or like they're trying to. It's like they're trying to do a Star Wars film without any of the characters that we know and love, except for Darth Vader. Because we all love Darth Vader. And then it's just like the ending was just so predictable. It's like they all die. Wait, was it meant to be The Sixth Sense? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I just don't really get why everyone's just like, oh yeah, Rogue One's so amazing. It's really not. And Solo was just like mediocre at best. I mean, like, no, there was like no reason for it even to exist. I mean, it practically bombed at the box office, and it didn't do well with critics or fans. It was just kind of like an unnecessary. It was kind of just like an unnecessary addition to the universe, like the film universe. Like, did we really need to see Han Solo's origin story? Like, my personal opinion is if just like they'd held off on those Star Wars story movies, like Rogue One and Solo, and waited to like retool them into Disney Plus miniseries. I feel like they would have actually been much better if they'd been given the opportunity to like be done on Disney Plus as like some sort of a series, so they could have been more. The story could have been more fleshed out. But when I was watching, but whenever I watch Solo, it's just like kind of hard to put out your mind. Just every scene with Paul Bettany in it, it's just hard. It's just kind of hard to put out your mind that that scene actually happened in that stuff actually happened in reshoots, because like it wasn't in the original cut of the film, or so it's just kind of like it's just hard. It's just a hard image to put out in your head that this happened at a later point than the rest of the movie, because there was all this like wacky stuff going on behind the scenes. But you could definitely because I'm sure you'll know that Phil Lord and Christopher Miller were originally directing Solo, and they didn't direct a good portion of it, but then they were fired and Ron Howard took over. But it's just kind of like, you can definitely tell there's like two different directing styles that was in the film, which is actually kind of which kind of like drags the film down. And so yeah, I feel like both of those films, Rogue One and Solo, would have been better off as like sort of Disney Plus miniseries. Also, I hear some people talk about, how the prequel trilogy is sort of like definitive. It's like sort of like the definitive Star Wars, because it's kind of like, people jumping around with lightsabers, fighting droids. But I just think the prequel trilogy is, well, it's called the prequel trilogy because it came out after the original trilogy. So technically, the original trilogy is definitive Star Wars. Star Wars. So just like, if you're disappointed by like lack of like lightsaber and alien stuff and droid fights and that in the sequel trilogy, you just gotta remember, because they're just trying to build off what's actually definitive Star Wars as the original trilogy, because the original trilogy is actually definitive Star Wars. But in terms of the franchise's future, as far as I know, they've got like 2 films in development, an Old Republic film, which I don't actually technically know what that means, because the only Star Wars I watch are the films and Mandos, so I don't actually know so I haven't played the games, so I don't know what Old Republic means. Also, a Rogue One prequel film, which is is a Rogue One prequel series on Disney Plus, which I think is honestly a bad idea, because Rogue One looks like a bad film and it was like underdeveloped, kind of had a Daredevil rip-off character, like, blind guy whipping around his staff saying, "Oh yeah, I'm on with the Force, the Force with me." As kind of funny as that it's kind of hard to ignore. It's kind of like ripping off Daredevil. So it's like a prequel focusing on, and the prequel series on Disney Plus focusing on Diego Luna's character from Rogue One. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna enjoy. I'm gonna watch the series, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. There's also a Obi-Wan series set about apparently 8 years after Revenge of the Sith, where he's like exiled himself on Tatooine. That could be interesting. There's a lot of behind the scenes problems going on with the writing, so it's kind of like a wait and see kind of game. A female centric show, which honestly I think that's a bad idea. They're doing like a female centric show, even though it's from one of the co-creators of Russian Doll from Netflix, and that was actually a pretty good show. And really turned its genre on its side. So like, I think the idea of like a female, specifically like a female centric show, is slightly a bad idea, but kind of not in a position at the moment to like, make any comments on it. Plus, got the already confirmed season 2 coming in October, as well as a potential 3rd season being worked on right now of Mando. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Anyway, I think that's enough for this episode. And there should be another handful of episodes coming throughout the week, as well as should be another Doubtfully Optimistic podcast, and a new episode of Doubtfully Optimistic dropping at the end of the week. And also, I think Brandon should be returning to general chats for 2 episodes towards the end of the week. So should be recording an episode of Doubtfully Optimistic today, and then which will get released later in the week. So you just have to check my Twitter for updates. So links will be in the description as always. But yeah, Brandon should be coming back to general chats for another couple of episodes. I think on Friday and Saturday. We're planning a very special episode for Saturday where we talk about the Arrowverse. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to do, because we actually talk about that a lot offline. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.